Alright, so I watched the newest blockbuster from Glitch Productions, and to say I was disappointed would be an understatement. Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, I didn't like this episode. Now, let me get one thing straight. I love the amazing digital Circus. In fact, I've been a fan 2 months after the pilot drops, and I've been consuming any and all TADC media on the internet. I even bought TADC merch. Twice. Since I'm such a massive drama baiting freak, I decided what better way to revive my dead channel than through this video on this topic. I'm gonna be using this PNG to brosi, so that should probably keep you entertained for the rest of this video's runtime. I should also state that yes, I predict that this video is gonna get a massive amount of hate, probably even more than a 50% dislike rate. Fine by me. In fact, I encourage everyone to download the Return YouTube Dislikes extension, not sponsored, and dislike the video if you disagree with me. Look, it's fine to like bad things if you just admit they're bad, okay, sweaty? Before I begin with the things I dislike about the episode, here is an unassorted list of all the things I do like about the episode. I like that Zubul got at least a minimal amount of character development by being shown that she is slowly starting to accept herself. The fish guys were pretty funny.
I'm the one that tells lies.
Dude, you ruined it.
Jax's room and tripping scene both have massive implications for his backstory and the nature of abstraction. Jax tweaking out in the control room and the subsequent discussion with Kane has even bigger implications for the lore and Kane's powers. And that's about it. With that out of the way, I would like to talk to you about... Okay, it's not that dramatic. So Abel is the mannequin that has been stalking the gang throughout the last 4 episodes with theories circulating regarding his identity. In episode 7, Abel is supposedly one of the original developers for CNA who somehow managed to go completely unnoticed by the gang and Kane himself for dog knows how long, and only now does he come out of hiding to reveal himself. So let me get this gay, you're telling me the cast just believed this guy when they never saw him before? Keep in mind that all those instances of him stalking the cast were only seen by us, the viewers. We are also to believe that they wouldn't think for 2 picoseconds about questions such as, where was he hiding for all this time and how? Since the show heavily implies it has been decades between some characters' appearances in the circus. You know the characters don't remember their names, so who said that they wouldn't remember when they entered? Who said they wouldn't have a conversation at some point about the time period they're from? I mean, really, anyway, what would take this guy decades to come up with a plan on how to escape the circus? You could try and twist my arm and say that to the characters. Kane says he has every millimeter of the circus under surveillance, yet he fails to notice the abstraction roaming around the circus. To which I say, don't you think they'd think even he would notice him by now? If you try and continue twisting my arm, please stop, it hurts. You could say that since he's supposedly a developer, he would know Kane's weaknesses and thus be able to escape his sight for so long, but it still doesn't make sense how he would 1. Be in isolation for years, and 2. Somehow not go insane and abstract by this point. The guy just chimes in and lore dumps for like 3 minutes about how the world actually works. Speaking of which, can we just talk about how god-awful that segment was? It was so don't show in the worst aspects of writing. But actually, Gooseworks made that segment to disprove fan theories. Okay, think about this for a second. AI, or rather generative AI, only produces content because it has already been fed a lot of previously existing content into it. Why wouldn't it be possible this is Kane using his knowledge of the macroverse and spilling the truth about it? And anyway, why would Kane make up everything in that exposition segment? Why wouldn't there be any kernels of truth in it? Fuck, all of your theories are wrong, goodbye. This talk about the exposition segment leads me to the next thing, which is that Abel would have worked so much better if he was presented as just gotten into the circus rather than being here for decades. No, really, if he said something along the lines of, I got into the circus not too long ago, but I couldn't find the right moment to approach you and discuss leaving the circus so as to not get caught by Kane. This in turn makes the lore dump in the Chinese room much more understandable from a writing point of view and introduces urgency, in that the characters now have an incentive to act quickly and listen to Abel's instructions. Alright, if you want to keep this he's supposedly been in the circus for decades premise, then it would have at least been wise to include him in every episode up to that point, not just starting from episode 3, which would actually be good foreshadowing.
Nope.
Instead, we are just supposed to accept he was there since episode 1 because that's what those flashback scenes show. One final note about Abel. Why, oh why would you put an NPC when Abel is speaking? If you turn on captions before Abel reveals his name, whenever he speaks, his name is inscribed as NPC. Why? If the point was to unravel one of the main reveals of the episode at its beginning, then congratulations. Could you not have just put in like 3 question marks or something? This is sort of off topic, but I wish there was at least some scene between Pomni and Abel as he introduces himself. Screw it, maybe we could have also gotten a scene between Pomni and Ragatha like we expected at the end of episode 6, and they both could have met Abel. However, instead of that dialogue, we got...
Do you really believe it? I mean, everything he says?
Asking the person next to you if they believe the person right in front of them. How classy, Ragatha.
He's also helped me through some of my hardest times here. Is it weird to say I trust him the most out of everybody?
No, that's not weird at all. I had a similar experience, and...
Corny dialogue. Also, the hallway lacks paintings.
And I don't know, I think it's kind of strange that Abel isn't interested in him at all.
Ragatha, saying classy as usual, literally talking about someone while they are right there. In episode 6, Kinger was consoling Ragatha in the dark. Maybe she could have also put 2 and 2 together and told Pomni, you know, Kinger is kind of a smart cookie in the dark. When she, Pomni, and Abel were getting admin passes. Pomni was even asking Abel whether the control room was going to be dark, like, girl, get a hint. She was even on the cusp of having that realization. She was this close, and then she just...
Yeah, 6.
Are you sure? Giving Kinger access to the main console could be dangerous, considering his mental state.
Will it be dark in there?
I suppose it will be somewhat dim, but...
Then yes. I want us all to have one.
All right, if you say so.
The dark. I think I get it now.
Whatever happens, I'm going to put my trust in Kinger.
He's got a lot of wisdom buried in there, doesn't he?
Actually, since it was established that all the cast members who were at the beach met Abel, how did they leave Kinger out? He was at the beach after all. Maybe if only we got a scene where everybody packs up and heads out back for the circus. And maybe we also could have been shown a scene where Kinger didn't question it because of his mental handicap as a result of all the light. I just think it was really rushed how they were all at the beach and then suddenly everyone is back in their normal clothes and everything, as if the beach segment wasn't even there. Actually, going back to Kinger for 1 second, the scene where Kinger was about to tell Pomni something before getting flashbangs is just shoehorned stupidity on both the side of Kinger and Pomni. Like, she already established he is actually cognizant in the dark, so like, why not just push him back into the pillow fort? Does she have goldfish memory? Does she just forget Kinger was probably about to tell her something important? Kinger obviously knows how the light affects him, so why would he willingly step into the light and gimp himself before he was about to say something? Okay, we're getting closer to the end of the episode and the door flips its colors. Please, oh god, remove the corny-ass dialogue between Zubul and Gangle. It's so bad, it's so unnecessary. Did they all really need to hold hands? They did just to soak the flames of Fab strategy, and the dialogue screams about as much.
I've known you like this. Will it be the same when it's real?
It always was real. Everything we thought, everything we've done, everything we are. It'll never leave us.
Why would all of this Sesbian Lex energy be here when Goose said she is not interested in romance? Multiple times. Oh no, sorry, the hand-holding was there to telegraph to the viewers that Jax is still distant from the cast. As if it wasn't obvious by him walking behind everyone. Cut this useless scene between Gangle and Zubul, remove the stupid gay hand-holding. And you've just saved yourself some animation and voice acting that could have went elsewhere. And now, the most egregious aspect of this entire episode was just Pomni hesitating to press the button that would most obviously help them out. And the rest of the cast just awkwardly standing there and refusing to press the button themselves. Why was this scene here? Simple, we had to go through the Jax tweaking arc. I can't come up with a more elegant way of including Jax's flashbacks, but... I feel like it surely could have been better than...
Hey, yeah, wait. Don't we all want to press leave? Why leave it up to him?
What if there's something we don't know? Maybe we should give it a little more time?
Oh, yeah. I love pressing buttons. You, want me to press one of those too?
I don't know.
Am I missing something? We all want to leave, right?
So, what do we have? The plot isn't terrible if you boil it down to a fake human NPC coaxes the cast into going through a fake escape sequence, and some more shit is revealed about the world and its characters. But why is the execution this? In September of this year, a Redditor kept spamming digital Circus-related subreddits with the Daisy agenda. Ever since episode 5, some fans began speculating that Jax has a fragile sense of masculinity and that maybe it has roots in gender dysphoria. This led to speculations that Jax is in fact transgender, and after episode 6, fans gave this persona the name Daisy, after the song he and Pomni performed. The Redditor's spam got so out of hand that Gooseworks personally had to call out the poster and tell them to stop being insufferable. In 2023, Gooseworks made a tweet in which she stated, "When the Circus show comes out, I'm gonna have to ask all of you to sign a waiver stating that you'll be a good fandom, and not a horrendously vicious annoying one. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to make the show bad on purpose."